Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Lone Oak Farm. As you can see, we are still on day 3 of summer, and that's because I realised as I was closing down the farm for the night, I realised what day it was. It's summer, it's day 3. It's soybean day. So we're having a mad scramble to get our soybean to market. And unfortunately the prices are not great. We've got a price that's about 2,000, just over 2,400 per 1,000 litres here at Lone Wolf, and a price that is worse than that and in the red, you know, completely tanked at our other sell point at Agri XJS. So I'm trying to see if I can negotiate these twin trailers in through here. This is going to be really tricky. Really tight in here, as you can see. I don't know if I can get these in, you know, not both at the same time. Oh, just about. No, it's still caught on something. Oh, this is agonising. Alright, we're going to have to abandon our plans to pull them both through at the same time. It's just too tight. So I'll park this trailer here. Actually, that needs to come across a little bit more, I think. As you can see, we have been able to get hold of our new trailers. Very expensive, complete with the dolly as well. The trailers were a little over 70,000 each, and the dolly another 20,000, so 160,000. We had to finance that partly by selling our rear mowers, simply because I didn't have enough cash on hand to be able to get, you know, both trailers and the dolly, and we are absolutely not touching the loan, so kind of had to do it like that. Oh, this is bad. This trailer is really stuck. We've got traffic there as well. Time is just ticking away. There we go. We've got a free. So let's pull this through. We have 140,000 litres of soybean here. That's a drop in the ocean, really. Because I have 340,000 litres to sell. So yeah, it's not an ideal situation. Let's see, here is our price. So we're looking at 2,429 at the moment, 2,389 and dropping at Agri XJS. We've still got 190, well, as near as damn it, 200,000 litres left to sell. So that's another trailer, well, another pair of trailers, and then another trailer on top. We've got 3 trailers worth of soybean left to go. So, not great prices, and we're going to crash the market here. And it'll rebound a little bit. But probably not enough for us to get a good price on our final tip. Let's see how much we make off this load here. $340,180. That's not too bad, but it could have been so much better. You know, if I'd realised earlier at the beginning of the day, you know, maybe the market prices would have been better. Maybe not here at Lone Wolf, but quite possibly at Agri XJS we could have had a better price. And how am I going to get out here with an articulated hookup like this? This is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be really, really tight. Again, I might have to abandon one of the trailers, take them through one at a time. Traffic as well. If he rams into me. Yep. God damn it. It's just not going our way, is it? Alright, let him through. Hopefully. Okay, we can just get out. Alright, back to the farm. We need to hook up our second set of trailers, rush those over to AgriXJS before that price drops any further, and then hope that the price rebounds enough for our final tip back at Lone Wolf. And that price is, that's a good price out of the 2 sell points, so that could well drop as the night progresses as well. This is by no means going to rebound towards that kind of price. That could start dropping any moment as well. Not a good situation. I completely lost track of the days. I didn't realise that today was soybean sell-off day, so yeah, we wasted a lot of time where we could have at least have offloaded some earlier in the day and had plenty of time for the markets to rebound and not given us this mad dash to get everything sold at the last minute. I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake as to completely lose track of when I'm supposed to be selling stuff. This is our 3rd year on the farm, you'd have thought, especially after last year. I'd have been fully alert to this, and it just completely slipped my mind. For some reason I thought the soybean sell-off was tomorrow, and then I realised, no wait, soybeans is day 3. Literally as I was starting to close the farm down, you see I brought equipment back to start cleaning it, putting it away, and it's like, oh no, just realised what the time was. So gotta be really careful I don't damage my crops as well while I'm lugging this through. So while this is refilling, let's take a look. The price has dropped to 2206. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. And you can see here, soybeans, if we wait till tomorrow, those prices are going to plummet. We could be looking as low as 2,000 tomorrow, maybe even below that if we're really unlucky. Not great prices at all, but we have a lot of soybean to sell. We're going to make plenty of cash, just not as much money as we could have made. But this is certainly going to pay for our sugar beet equipment. So, at the end of the day, if we do take a hit on what we could have got, it's not the end of the world. As long as we make enough to bring in our beet equipment, that's essentially all that really matters, because we have no debt. So we don't have to worry about paying off a loan. We don't have to worry about massive interest payments. We have no other big purchases that we need to put money aside for other than the beet equipment. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a nice bit left over. We may end up using all of it just to bring in the new equipment. We'll see how much we end up with at the end of the night. But it could have been so much nicer. Right, let's cover up the first trailer. My lights on because it's getting dark now. There's the second load. Off we go to AgriXJS, and this is going to be a really difficult entry point as well. I think, given how tight this is going to be, we're going to be better off going, quite possibly, yeah, we're going to be better off going up the main road, so we're going to need to go back this way and go out up the main road, because we'll have a chance to sort of turn in. If we turn in from the main road and turn left at the store and then right, we can kind of go in at a diagonal and actually make our way into the sell point. Whereas if we go in and try and do a 180, with the store on the right hand side and then turn left into the sell point and then do that tight 180 turn straight into the sell point, we're gonna crash. So we're gonna have to go out this way. It's just adding to our journey time. It's a bit of a disaster. A bit of a disaster really when it comes to our soybean sell-off. Very, very unprepared, which is very unlike me. I'm normally very, very alert to things like this, and I just went out of my head completely. Can I get through here without damaging any of my crops? just about through there. And through there. Okay, that was tight, but we made it. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just can't believe I completely forgot all about these crops. It's just throwing money away. But even these rock bottom prices that we have today are going to be better than what we'll get on our best day tomorrow. Of course, if we get a great demand tomorrow now, I'm going to cry. Because a great demand will cure everything, and he's going to ram me. Oh, come on! What's going on with the traffic today? I've got no choice. I'm going to have to disconnect. It's a maniacs on the road tonight. There's a truck pulling out with 2 huge trailers. Should I slow down? No, let's plough into them at full speed. I really hope we get smarter traffic AI in FS17 because it's just appalling in 17, it really is. Right, so let's disconnect. Just waiting for traffic to come up from behind and rear end me now while I'm trying to get everything lined up here. Utter disaster. Oh god, there we go, getting bumped, look. And that's the other thing that amazes me, is just the physics behind the bumping like that. I mean, a car driving into a truck like that, and the truck bounces up and back from a little car like that. I mean, it's just so wrong. Never mind, eh? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, tomorrow is the sort of last sort of odd job day on our farm. From, I'm going to get bumped again. From tomorrow, from after tomorrow, it'll be the start of our harvest season. And so day 5 we should have canola at the very least to harvest. Probably our barley and our wheat will also be ready, and maybe even our our sugar beets as well. Well, we're going to save the sugar beets for later in the season, and we'll be doing our canola tomorrow, day 5, so day after tomorrow. And I've got a car stuck here. Ah, come on, traffic. I'm just getting no breaks with this traffic tonight at all. It's just, it's a disaster. Utter disaster. I'm going to have to take these through one at a time as well. But here's what I mean about being able to possibly have snaked my way in. I don't think I would have made it with both trucks. I think it's just too tight. I just had to abandon a trailer in the middle of a junction because once again, yeah, the AI has just decided to block me off completely. Careful not to crash into the propane tanks there. Oh god, now traffic is just blocking from all directions. They've hit my hit my dolly and spun that round. Oh god, it's 9:30. I still haven't made it to the sell point with the second trailer yet. Utter chaos. See, this is what happens when when you don't see the power of editing. You get the complete uncut version of this. You know, none of the hassles and the headaches of getting everything lined up. It's just, I'll see you when we get there. Boom, we're there. None of the craziness that goes on in between. But because this is our last big soybean sell-off, I thought, what the hey, let's just roll footage all the way through. And it's certainly been interesting. It's been the most eventful attempt to try and sell crops I've ever had, that's for sure. Right, so start tipping. Now I've got to get round here, hook up to the truck. Again, trying to really hard not to hit the propane tanks. Blow myself up in the process. That would just top the day off, wouldn't it? The money's rocketing up. That's good. How much are we making at the moment? 23.90. It's bad. 23.90. It's going to plummet after this as well, so we're going to have to go back to Lone Wolf. That does look like it has crept up a little bit, but not by much. That's the first trailer. I'm going to try and get these out of here now as well. Back to the farm again. I'm still indicating. Let's turn those off. Close there. Scrape my own trailer. Ugh. We made another 334,000. That's not too bad. I didn't think we'd get quite that much for this second load. That's not too bad at all. Trying to connect up to the dolly. Trying to get the angle right. No. Ah, okay. Damn it. Ah, dear. So I need to kind of push the trailer out wider a bit, if I can. Or at least pull it out wider. There we go, so I can swing around. Drop off the dolly. Get out of this corner. This is going to be a nightmare. This whole thing's been a nightmare from start to finish. Rushing like crazy to sell at suboptimal prices, but the best I'm going to get for the entire year. Fighting against insane traffic and really ridiculously tight corners. And I've got to go out this way. The only way I'm going to make these turns. Don't you dare collide with me. Whoa. Right. We made it. We're out. I'm going to break the speed rules a little bit. Question is, do I want to overtake with two trailers? Yes, I do. Can I make it? Just... Right, we're being very naughty here. 62 miles an hour. That's 30 miles an hour faster than I normally go down this road. This is going to be a little bit risky. I could easily wipe out and lose control here. If I take a corner a little bit too fast or hit a bump. I'll be so careful. I've got to be really careful with the brakes as well. So it's going to ease off as we approach our turn. Luckily there's nothing coming, so we're going to drift out wide. Careful not to drive into the crop. The sun's really starting to set now. Wow, it's around 10 o'clock at night. We're up to 687,000, so that'll cover the cost of our harvester and the header, and possibly the cost of Terra variant as well. And then on top of that, we're going to need a beet tank. That's going to be another 50 grand, I think, for the beet auger. And then if we want to go, you know, all out and get a Terra Felis, that was close. Then that's going to be another 300 grand on top of that as well. I don't think we're going to be getting the complete set. Well, we might be able to. That's, again, assuming I have enough mod slots. I still have to find a buyer for my remaining trailers, my original trailers, my two American... not American Bandits, sorry, my Mayor Boss trailers. I still have those. So we'll be hopefully getting those sold off tomorrow. That'll bring in a little bit of extra cash and certainly reduce the mod slot count a little bit as well. Swing through here. So I'm going to detach that trailer there because I don't need that one now. Because I've got 70,000 litres of capacity and about 60,000 litres left. There we go, 59,990. Where are we going to take this? Lone Wolf, you can see it's gone back up again, 2231 now, so it has improved a little bit. But this is a less than full trailer at a less than optimal price. Way less than optimal price. It's going to be another late one, isn't it? Well, luckily we don't have a huge amount to do tomorrow. You know, we potentially do some mowing, although I'm probably not going to bother with that. I think we may just do some spraying, and then make sure that everything is stocked up, you know, food-wise for the animals, and you know, make sure the orchard is topped up and get ready for starting the harvest on Wednesday morning. So let's rush this last truck back to Lone Wolf. We're not going to hang around for the price to go back up. We're just going to sell it and be done with it. You know, we've made a massive loss on what we could have made, and you know, the price going up a couple of extra dollars isn't really going to do us any real favours. You know, if we had 140,000 litres, then yes, I'd be waiting for the last second. But 60,000, I'll just sell it. Not worth the hassle. Plus we still have to finish tidying everything up at the yard and get everything locked away for the night, and get our trailers taken down to back to the Lone Wolf truck depot, ready for sale. We might do that in the morning instead. There we go. So there's our two sugar beet fields, looking very lush and green, ready for harvesting. We'll be waiting till autumn for that. Missed my turn. Indicators off. It's squared up. And final load, off we go. So, price is 2,235. It would have crept up maybe an extra $10, $20 if we'd waited till nearly midnight, but like I said, it's just not really worth it. And it's actually creeping up again now, look, 2,236. I wonder when the price fluctuates like this. Does the price go through at the price when we start tipping? When we finish tipping? Or does it actually change as the price changes if we're mid-tip and the price fluctuates like this? I wonder. I'm curious about that. And we made an extra 134,153. So, total crop sales has brought us in, let's see, crop sales. 808,939. Now I think that's possibly, does that include the orchard as well? Or would that come from property income? That might come from property income. Yeah, that would come from property income. So we haven't sold any bales. We haven't sold. That's it. That's our soybean. Yeah, 808,939. It's a lot. We easily passed the 750,000 marker. We could have even had 900,000 if we paid attention to markets. And certainly, if we'd started selling earlier in the day, even with those low prices, an earlier start meant they would have recovered more and stopped dipping as we came to sell the second loads. So we would have made more money. We probably would have been closer to 900,000. Never mind. Never mind. We will, at some point in the future, no doubt, have $1 million soybean sale. Just not on this map, unfortunately. If we were going for one more year, then yes, I think next summer we would have smashed it. We would have easily smashed $1 million. Never mind. Right, time to lock the farm up for the night, get all this equipment put away and washed, and get ready for the final day of prep before the harvest season begins. So, we're halfway through day 4 already. I've spent the morning out at a Holmer dealership checking out equipment and pricing up how much it's going to cost me to get a complete beet harvesting equipment lineup, and it's going to set me back about $850,000. As you can see, we have enough cash. We have $900,000 thanks to the money we made from our soybean sale last night, and also from money from our orchard as well. So we can afford it. That's the good thing. The bad thing is it's going to take a little while for the equipment to get here. So it should hopefully arrive day 1 of autumn, so that'll be on Friday. We don't need to use it straight away. We can hold off, and we can wait until sort of day 3, day 4, when we've got bad weather scheduled, and we can do our beet harvest then. It all is dependent on the corn. That's the last of our crops that's going to grow in, so depending on when that grows in will determine how long we kind of wait on the beets. We are expecting a lot of stuff to grow in tomorrow, so we will be sort of kicking on with the first of our harvest if all goes to plan and my calculations are correct. We'll have at least 2 fields of canola to do, possibly even get started on the wheat and barley as well. And we'll have good weather as well. As you can see, last autumn the weather was pretty horrendous. We only had 2 clear days, and then we had to kind of play around with the weather. Beyond that, we were at the mercy of the rain, and we had to stop, and we lost over half a day on one particular day because of an early rainfall. But this year, we're starting off with clear skies, a bit cloudy but dry, and sun and cloud, and a couple of days of rain, then more sun. So it's a much nicer autumn this year round. I don't know what I'm indicating. This is a private road. There's no traffic to indicate to. But now that we're back, we're going to get parked up. We'll just park up just here for now. There we go. We're going to get the sprayer out, and we're going to start spraying off our fields. So we don't have a huge amount of work that needs to be done today, but we do need to spray our cornfields again. Let's get into the sprayer. There we go. We're going to make a trip over to Manning's first of all, and we're going to buy a tank of fertiliser just so we can top this up there. We'll fertilise fields 5 and 6, then we'll make our way back down to the farm and we'll fertilise our cornfields down here. There'll be a couple of other fields that we'll need to fertilise as well, but beyond that, not too much. So I think we've got 4 or 5 fields in total that need to be sprayed today. In fact, let's just pull over and have a quick look. Just the 4 fields, and we can also potentially... I didn't check the grass actually. We'll check it when we come back. We might need to weed our grass fields, or grass field again today as well. No point doing any mowing, because when it's raining like this, that grass is just going to rot away really quickly. So spraying is pretty much the only job we have to do, and then we'll just make sure that our orchard is topped up and that our animals are well stocked up, so that we can kind of ignore those things for the next couple of days while we concentrate on getting the harvest started. So I will see you on the fields once we've got this sprayer topped up and ready to go. That looks as though it doesn't need spraying. Did I spray my corn yesterday? I think I did, you know. If I sprayed my corn yesterday, that means I have nothing to do. That doesn't need another stage of fertilizer. Okay. Let me check over the road as well. See if those fields have been... What is going on? I'm normally so with it, and I've just, the last day or two, just completely losing the plot here on the farm. We almost missed our sell window for our soybeans. Now I'm trying to spray crops that are already sprayed. Something is very much amiss. I'm not quite sure what it is. Let's just grab the last little bit of spray. We still can't quite use up the last little bit of fertilizer there. Very bizarre. Okay. Let me head back to the farm. Just going to accelerate to outdrag this guy because we are slightly faster than him. There we go. So yeah, we'll head back to the farm. We'll check the crops back at the farm as well, because I mean, if the corn here doesn't need spraying, then that means the corn at the farm shouldn't need spraying either, in which case we don't have any real jobs to do other than looking after our animals again. I have already sold the trailers. That's part of the cash that we have as well. Both of those trailers were sold first thing this morning before I headed out to the Holmer dealership. So that is a bit of an oddity. You know, I honestly thought we'd have something to do today, and it's raining quite hard, and it's been raining for quite a long time as well. So, I mean, that's completely scuppered any sort of grass work plans that I had. Maybe we can do some weeding on 24 if the grass has grown overnight. It might have done. You know, we are in that kind of window where the grass grows insanely quick, you know, with this particular geo. So we could always, you know, press the weeder into work, into service. Oh, I think it might be starting to stop raining. Is it easing off? Or is that just me? It's easing off. Look, I think it is. I honestly can't tell, and it does look as though those fields have been sprayed. Yeah, they have. So, okay. Yeah, the rain is easing off. Look, the grass hasn't grown, so we can't weed the grass either. So it's literally kind of orchard care and animal care. And that's all that we have left to get done today. So Bit of a surprise there. No work whatsoever to get done. Let's pan the camera around so I can actually back in here without crashing. Okay, lights off, beacons off. Sky's brightening up. Let's pop the shutter there and open this one up instead. Let's get into our Puma. There we go. And let's take a look at our animals. We're going to definitely need to clean out the food trough, because we always need to clean out the food trough. Probably muck them out of it as well. You can see that the boys did manage to get the panels off the side of the shed there, but it still needs to be uprooted and taken out, so that's probably going to happen over the next day or two as well. Might possibly be able to get the contractors out this afternoon and get that removed. Let's just get the last of this grass mess up. There we go, tip that back in. Let's check our stats. So, let's see. Oh yeah, let's see they are going to need topping up again. And it's only a couple of days since we did it, but look how quickly they're getting through some of the things. And you can see how slowly they're getting through straw now that it's summer and it's warm. The cows are spending a lot of time outside, hardly any time inside. So, you know, it's very, very low on manure generation, which I suppose is a good thing because it was piling up so quickly. That just means we've got a little bit less of a job to do when it comes to mucking them out of it. Let's grab our new Joskin trailer. There we go. We'll get some TMR out of the silo. Can't you drive through that gap? Possibly. So I've only got, what, 58,000 litres. That's not a lot of TMR, actually. We're going to have to mix up another batch pretty quickly. We'll get 28,000 in here. In this particular trailer. I expect most of that will go straight into the food trough. Because of the size and length of the trailer, the easiest way for us to get this in is going to be to reverse it in through this door here, I think. So let's pop that open. Take our way in. There we go. Am I going to have a clearance issue? Oh, yeah. Oh, no! Stop unloading. Oh, do you ever get the feeling it is just what I am completely wedged? Oh, this is a nightmare. What is going on with my farm? Everything that could go wrong is going wrong here. This is just a disaster. Pull the trailer out. Yes, I can. Okay. I'm going to have to do this in little spurts like this. We need a different trailer. We also need to get that side loading wall off. There we go. That's just insane. We didn't even fill up the trough, look. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Okay, let's get this loading wall removed from our truck. We'll put it in the workshop, take the wall off, and then we'll try that again. Hopefully that'll give us a little bit more clearance in here, but we may well need to get a different trailer. I completely didn't even think about the clearance issue there. We're going to need something that we can push tip, I suppose. That might be the way to go. Get a push trailer rather than a back tipping trailer, or maybe a side tipping trailer. That might work. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Okay, so loading wall has been removed. That'll give us a little bit of extra clearance. Not much, but a little bit of extra clearance. And we've just had a great demand for canola pop, which will last for 18 hours. So that'll go through till 10 in the morning tomorrow. Is that right? Or will it be 8? It'll be 8 o'clock in the morning. So, assuming that we do get a harvest, well, the price is terrible anyway. You know, on predictions, let's see what the actual price is in the marketplace. 12.04. Look at the size of that compared to the price at Agri XJS. That's actually not a bad price. It's come a day early. It's come a day earlier than we would have liked. If that had come tomorrow, I probably would have just sold my canola as soon as it was harvested. As it is, it's just come, as I say, it's just a day too soon, that great demand. It's a bit of a shame. Let's try loading our trailer again. So I've got, what, 23,500 litres left. I'm probably going to need about 7,000, so we'll go with that. Let's try let's try this tip action again. Hopefully we won't get ourselves completely wedged in the rafters this time. Give me the mini-map. There we go. There we go. A little bit of extra clearance. And we still haven't filled the food trough. Okay, so 6,000 to 7,000 litres wasn't enough. We're going to need to do another tip. This is just getting silly now. I've jumped out instead of closing that off. Okay, so now we've got too much. In. There we go. So they're fully fed with TMR. We are going to have to mix up some more TMR. So I suppose we could do that. We also need to top up the grass and water. So we'll do that next. Let's just park the trailer. Actually, no, we're going to need to get access there, aren't we? We'll park the trailer on here for now. There we go. Grab our water tanker. Oh, actually, we need the trailer for grass. I forgot we've got a whole load of grass, about 120,000 litres of grass inside our silo. I was just about to think about getting a mower out, and of course, you know, we don't need to do that anymore. Let's get these gates opened. Close that door again, we don't need that now. It's just been a very, very strange couple of days here on Lone Oak Farm. Just completely losing the plot. Brain's just completely shut down for some reason on this one. Alright, so we'll just top the water levels up, shouldn't take too much. About 8,000 litres or so, there we go. So water levels are good. We'll leave the gates open because we're going to go back in there with some grass in just a second. And we have been burning through our grass supplies very quickly. well, when it's been, you know, when we've been filling up the trough, they've been eating through the grass in the trough really quickly. So, you know, 120,000 litres might sound like a lot, but, you know, I don't expect it to all still... I expect most of it will get eaten over the remainder of the year. I'm actually going to fill this trailer up. We won't need all 28,000 litres. Actually, just stop there. Let's have a look. We've got 5,000 litres in, and that's about a quarter. So that suggests we'll need about another 15,000 or so. 19,000, yeah, best part of 20,000 should be enough. So let's get this trailer tipped. My way in, just managed to avoid everything. This is where it's going to get tricky. I'm going to have to kind of tip over the back of the troughs here. There we go. And say it should take most of that. There we go. A little bit less than I thought. Only took about 11,000. I thought we'd be looking around about 15 to fill the trough up. Let's just go in and close the gate behind me. We'll get the rest of this grass put back into the silo. Save it for another day. There we go, and that's our animals pretty much taken care of here. So I need to go and do the same at the sheep farm. Just give them some more water, some more hay and some more grass. So I'll drive over there in the pickup so that I can hook up to the water trailer and give them a bale or two. So first things first, let's clean up the trough. You can see we're already onto the third bale of that next pallet of wool. So the supply is starting to stock back up again. Only got a couple of days left of wool producing before they stop, so we'll probably look to try and sell our sheep not long after summer. The best price of them I think is going to be sort of springtime next year, but we're not going to be here in spring next year. The worst possible time to sell them is about now, I think, or is it early spring? It's the worst time to buy them when they're the most expensive. Let's have a look. Sheep. Yeah, we'll look to sell those probably the beginning of winter. We'll do our animal sales in winter. Cows, first day of winter, best day to sell our cows, so we'll be getting rid of those. We may as well get rid of our sheep on the same day. We don't have pigs, so we don't have to worry about those. Let's see. Water trough has been topped up already, so I just need to grab a bale or two, or three, and get these fed, and then that's our sheep taken care of. So we'll drop that there. Spin around, grab our claws, forks, spikes. We'll get the right term in a moment. And let's see. How many bales? 2 bales should be enough. Oop. Careful. I'm going to take down the next stack. There we go. Is that enough? Yes, that's enough. Okay, so the cleanliness will clean itself up in a moment. Oops, don't mean to do that. I like to fold them instead. Go. And let's just give this a nudge back into position as carefully as we can. Could have been a bit more careful, but there we go, they're restacked. So bales are taken care of, sheep are taken care of, cows are taken care of. All I need to do now is just do the orchard, and I'll do that off camera. So yeah, a bit of a strange episode there, a lot of things going wrong, but we've kind of got back on top of things, and we're kind of ready now to get our harvesting done, which hopefully will start tomorrow. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching a rather bizarre episode of Lone Oak Farm, and I'll be back with some more action here in Northwest Oregon very soon.